Hello, Will Thunder Talk here with another video. Got another one to think in the old noggin with. So, how do you be patient with yourself? That's the question for today. It's a really hard one because if you're anything like me, you can be a bit self-critical, not very compassionate and patient with yourself sometimes. And I feel like this is emblematic of like bigger trends and problems and challenges that are faced by all of us, myself included. And it might just be we're in a weird economic system, or we need political change, or I'm a Green Party supporter. Hannah Spencer, good job, proud of you, gal, for getting in, winning Gordon and Denton. But sometimes it can be really hard in the face of a lot of adversity to be patient with yourself when you're trying to get through a change, when you're trying to develop and grow. I guess I'm feeling like that a bit with my weight loss recently. As of today, I'm 127.2 kilograms, which is pretty cool in the grand scheme of things. Still fat, but a lot less fat than we were when we started. Which is cool. That's cool. But I guess I bring up this patient with yourself question because maybe I'm feeling a little impatient and I want to explore that a bit myself. Weight loss is a long process. Even in this video now, as I'm looking at myself in OBS, I'm noticing my neck's a bit thinner and you can see the veins on my neck a bit more. I don't think I could see that historically. I don't know if you guys see a difference. I feel like I do. I feel healthier. I feel like I got more energy. I feel more social. I think those are things I focus on when I think about being like patient with myself, because it can be really hard to want more when you've got a little bit, right? And in my instance, I'm thinking about the weight loss journey. I'm thinking about the new job. I'm thinking about I'm in a new environment learning. I think everyone's being quite patient with me and understanding, and I'm trying to be helpful wherever I can. But I guess I like feeling competent, right? Who doesn't? So I like being in an environment where I feel comfortable. Who doesn't? So being patient with yourself can be really hard sometimes. And I think it's really important to come back to values, man. Why are you here? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why do you care about what you're doing? Because something I notice is when I'm less patient with myself, it's because I'm not doing things that are necessarily aligned with my values 100%. And I would certainly say that's true sometimes with the weight loss. Sometimes I lose my way a little bit. I'd be like, I want to lose all the weight immediately because I'm tired of being overweight. I'm tired of being fat. I'm tired of having a big fat gut. I want to be able to run around and be free. And I can't yet. I can run around. I've been running around more, which is great because I'm a lot lighter and stronger than I was historically. But there's still a way to go, I'm still 27 kilo-ish off my goal weight, That's not a couple pounds to go. That's like a lot of weight to move until I'm like close to my goal weight. But I've already lost like 55, so like 55 kilos, so like why are you not being patient with yourself here? Well, it's because I guess there are some things in my life that I wish were different right now. I think part of the impatience comes from feeling just rushed and busy and like I'm pushing and doing a lot of work, because as I mentioned before in one of my other videos, I have 4 jobs and that's a lot of work. So time off doesn't really happen as often as I'd like. I'm hoping that'll change soon. We've got 3 to 4 months to go of this pace because college will finish for me and I will be a qualified therapist. Let's go. But it's been a grind, guys, and I think I'm feeling impatient towards the end of this therapist journey because I know when I finish college that I can like slow down in a lot of regards. I can reduce my hours. I can cut college out and have Thursdays off. Though I'll probably my job is kind of like, when you're done with college on Thursdays, you can come work for us a little more. And I probably will, because I probably need the money, but I'm keeping the Wednesday because this is my day to do my business things. But yeah, see, I'm already in the future. I'm not being present. I think impatience also comes from not being present with yourself and not taking time to take stock of what it is, because like a lot of great things are happening. I'm getting a new car. Not a fun new car, but it's locked in. We bought a Toyota Yaris, boys. We are going for the old reliable, really great fuel efficiency, literally the most boring option I could have picked, apart from like a Honda Jazz, which I almost picked as well, because do you like jazz? But I'm thinking, there's lots of changes that have happened. Starting a new job, going to get a new car, entering a new phase in my weight loss journey, I would say. And I think a lot of this change is making me think, why am I not at the end now? And I think when I was in a period of just like toddling along and like doing what I was doing, I think I was kind of accepting things weren't going to change for a while. So I was kind of able to be more patient with myself. I was kind of in like, probably from like November till like end of Feb, I was kind of like, yeah, man, things are going to be the same for a while, and that's okay. But now lots of things are changing, and now I work in a different sector again. I'm in education, and it's a lot of new, and a lot of new is exciting and stimulating for me, but then it kind of makes me want to go more. And as I'm reflecting on it now, I think putting the brakes on things would be probably a good idea. I've been able to work out a little more, which is great. I'm feeling strong, very strong. Progressive overloading pretty well. But being patient with yourself, in my experience, comes from doing what I'm doing right now, guys. Talking through what's happening in your situation. Being aware, drawing some awareness to yourself, understanding your expectations, because my expectations, I think, have slipped and snuck into being like, oh, well, I need to do everything now. Things are changing. So I need to keep changing. I need to increase the rate of change because change is happening. And that's not good for me. I guess that's something I've been maladaptively daydreaming about a lot, I think. And this probably plays into this thought pattern a lot, is winning like a boatload of money. So I've been entering in radio draws recently. I'll be honest, entering in radio draws to win sizable sums of money. Just gambling, basically. Which has never really historically been a challenge for me, but I've been doing it a bit more than I'd like recently. In entering into like raffles kind of thing. Not like gambling on horses or anything, but or socially acceptable gambling. But I think the idea of like a big wad of money just dropped on my lap, hundreds of thousands of pounds, would be an immeasurable relief for me right now. It would mean I can really focus back on my values, because I do have a bit of debt and I'm paying it down, I'm reducing it, but it's still a weight around my neck, not gonna lie. And I would really love to keep that down, reduce it, make it less, but the only way to do that is to earn money and work, and hence the 4 jobs. And I guess I'm wishing the debt was gone. And almost the weight is like a debt in a way, right? Maybe a physical debt you took on when you're in pain, emotional pain. And I'm paying that debt off now. I'm paying off financially. I'm paying it off in lots of different ways. And there we go, guys. Being patient with yourself. I talked myself into it. I started out being a bit impatient, less present. And here we are, being a little more patient with ourselves. Oh man, we just had these needs and we wanted to keep doing this, and the new job's beautiful at the moment. Really enjoying being around thoughtful people again. And there's no smashing I really like the lack of smashing. I'm a big fan of that. My nervous system is calming down. And that's awesome. But I think that's where I'm going to leave it today. How do you be patient with yourself? Try to display it a little bit there. Take stock of what you're doing, while you're doing it, and hopefully you can talk yourself into accepting where you're at. Which you can't do until you really understand where you're at and really face the feelings, which is kind of what I tried to do there. But you've been wonderful. I've been Will. I'm going to shoot. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.